Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve Cambridge O-Levels Additional Mathematics Paper 1 in a session October-November 2019 Paper 1-3. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, in a group of 145 students, so the total number of students are 145, the numbers studying mathematics, physics and chemistry are given below. All students study at least one of the three subjects. X students study all the three subjects. Okay, so for the first part we have using the Venn diagram find the value of X. Okay, so the X student studies all the three subjects, mathematics, physics and chemistry, the intersection of all the three. Okay, 24 students study both mathematics and chemistry. Okay, mathematics and chemistry 24, so the intersection is 24 minus X, right? And 23 students study both physics and chemistry. Okay, 23 physics and chemistry, so this is 23 minus X, right? Now 28 students study both mathematics and physics. Mathematics and physics are 28, so this is 28 minus X, right? Now 50 students study chemistry, so this is a chemistry, this total is equals to 50, right? So let me find what is in this. Okay, so let me do for chemistry. Total of chemistry is 50 and chemistry is X plus 24 minus X plus 23 minus X. This is equals to 50. Okay, now let me simplify. We can cancel positive X and negative X, and we have 24 plus 23 is, let me simplify, 23 plus 24 is equals to 47. So from here 47 minus X equals to 50, or if I shift all the terms to this side, so we have 50 subtract 47, so we have 3 plus X. In chemistry this is 3 plus X, right? Now the next information is 75 students study physics, so this is for physics, so the total are 75. Let me solve for physics now. 75 for physics, so physics is X plus 28 minus X plus 23 minus X. This total is 75. Again we can cancel positive and negative X. 28 plus 23, this is 51. So from here we have 51 minus X equals to 75. Shifting all the terms to the right side, we have X here, and 75 minus 51. 75 minus 51 is 24 plus 24. Physics is X plus 24, right? And 80 students study mathematics, so the sum of mathematics is 80. Okay, so mathematics is X 28 minus X plus 24 minus X equals to 80. Positive X and negative X is cancelled. 28 plus 24, this is 52. So from here we have 52 minus X equals to 80. And shifting all the terms to the right side, so we have X here and 80 minus 52. 80 subtract 52 is 28. X plus 28. So this is X plus 28, right? Now number 1, using the Venn diagram find the value of X. We have to solve for X, right? And we know that the total number of students are 145, right? So we have to do the sum of all of them and put it equals to 145, and we can get the value for X, right? So we have for mathematics X plus 28, this 28 minus X plus 24 minus X plus X plus X plus 24 plus 23 minus X plus 3 plus x, this is 145, sorry. Okay, now let me solve for x. Positive and negative, positive, negative, positive and negative is cancelled. Okay, let me add the constant numbers. 28 plus 28 plus 24, and then plus 24, and then 23 plus 3, 130. So x plus 130 equals to 145. So x is equals to 145 minus 130. So 145 minus 130, this is equals to 15. So x is equals to 15. So x is basically the students study all the 3 subjects. So 15 students study all the 3 subjects, right? So x is equals to 15, right? Now for the second part, find the number of students who study mathematics only, right? The students who study mathematics only are these students, right? Because these students study physics as well, these studies chemistry, and these students study physics, chemistry and mathematics. So only mathematics are x plus 28, right? So since x is 15, so x plus 28 students study mathematics only. This is 15 plus 28. Let me simplify this. 15 plus 28 is 43 students study mathematics only, right? Question number 2, part 1. On the axis below, sketch the graph of this function for axis between minus 90 degree to plus 90 degree. So this is a sinusoidal function, the cosine function. We have to draw the graph of this. Okay, so let me write this into the transformed form. Y equals to 5 cos 4 x minus 0 minus 3. Okay, so the standard form is y equals to a cos b into x minus d plus c. Let me use the properties to sketch this cosine curve, right? So the first thing we need is the amplitude of the curve. Amplitude is the absolute value of a. So if I compare with this function, so a value is 5, so we can say the absolute value of a equals to 5, so the amplitude is 5, right? Okay, now the second thing we need is the equation of x's. Equation of x's is the c value, and in this case the c value is -3, right? So with the help of amplitude and equation of x's, we can find the maximum value and the minimum value of the curve, right? So the formula for the maximum is c plus a and c minus a for minimum. So c is -3 plus 5, this is equals to 2, and -3 minus 5, this is -8. So the maximum point is 2 and the minimum point is -8, right? Okay, the next thing is we have to find the period of the curve. So this is a cosine curve. The period of cosine is 360 degree. It is dividing by the b value. So in this case, the b value is equals to 4. So we can get the period by doing 360 divides 4. 360 divides 4, 90 degree. So 90 degrees a period, or we can say the one complete cycle, right? Okay, now the 6th point is we have to find the phase shift. Phase shift is the starting point of the curve. So this is the d value, and in this case the d value is 0. As you can see, d equals to 0, right? Okay, now after phase shift, we have to find number 7, distance between points. Distance between points has a formula, period dividing by 4. So the period is 90, so we have to divide 90 by 4. 90 divides 4, this is equals to 22.5 degree is the distance between points, right? Now let me find the x coordinates, number 8. Right, so keep in mind the x coordinates always starts with the phase shift and then adding distance between point each time. So the first x coordinate is 0, the phase shift, and then add distance between point. So in 0, add 22.5, the next is 22.5 degrees, right? So in this 22.5, add 22.5 plus 22.5, this is 45. Is the next point. In 45, again adding 22.5 plus 22.5, this is 67.5. 67.5, and in 67.5 we have to add 22.5 plus 22.5, 90 degree. So we have to stop at 90 because our domain is between minus 90 to plus 90. And for the negative, it has the same answer, the points, because it is a sinusoidal function. Okay, now let me find the cosine, the y coordinate, sorry. Okay, so for the y coordinate, let me sketch the curve of the cosine. Explain you how to find the y coordinates. Okay. So the curve of the cosine function look like this. It starts from the maximum point. We can say 1 is a maximum and minus 1 is a minimum. So y equals to cos x. It starts with the maximum, then equation of x is, then minimum, then equation of x is, and then the maximum, right? So these are the pattern of the y coordinates, right? So now we can see that the first x coordinate is 0. And starting with the maximum point, and in our case the maximum point is 2, so the y coordinate is 2. So from here the x is 0 degree, the y is 2. Okay, when x is 22.5 degrees, the next is this is an equation of x's. So the equation of x's is minus 3 in this case, right? So we have minus 3, right? When x is 45 degree, what is y? The next point is the minimum point, right? Minimum point is negative of 8. So we have minus 8 at 67.5. Again, it goes to the equation of x's, that is negative 3. And at 90, it goes to the maximum, that is equals to 2, right? Now we have these points. Let me sketch the points on the grid. Okay, so this is a given grid. So as we know that the first point, let me plot the first one. So you can see the first point is 0 and 2. When x is 0, the y is 2, the y-intercept, right? And then for 22.5, the point is negative 3. So negative 3 is in the middle of negative 2 and negative 4. And what is 22.5? It is 45 divides 2 is 22.5, yes. So let's say this is a middle point, the second point, right? At 45, it is negative 8. 45, this is minus 8. And at 90, it is equals to 2. Okay, so for 90, it is equals to 2, this point, right? So we have to do the same pattern on the other side because it is a sinusoidal curve. Okay, so again, this point, right? This is minus 22.5. It has answer negative 3, right? And then if it is at 45, it is minus 8. So at minus 45, it is minus 8. And at 90, it is 2. So at minus 90, it is 2, right? Now let me sketch the curve. Make sure your curve passes each and every point. Right. Right. So this is a curve for the given cosine function, right? Now moving to the second part, write down the amplitude of y. So this is a y function. Its amplitude is 5. We already did this in the first part. Amplitude is the a value, so amplitude is equals to 5. Write down the period of y. We did the period by doing 360 divides the b value. B value is 4. 360 by 4, this is 90 degrees, a 1 complete cycle, right? Question number 3, part 1, differentiate the function y with respect to x. Okay, so dy over dx, we have to apply the power rule here. So the power is 1 by 3. The base function is 3x square minus 1 and the power minus 1 and the derivative of the base function. This is 3x square minus 1, right? Minus 1 by 3, 3x square minus 1, and its power is minus 1 divides 3 minus 1 is minus 4 by 3. And its derivative is 2 times 3 is 6x, right? Now 3 times 2 is 6. Let me simplify further. So the answer is negative 2x divides 3x square minus 1, power is 4 by 3, right? Now for the second part, find the approximate change in y as x increased from square root of 3 to square root of 3 plus p, where p is small. Okay, so this is basically we have to find dy by dx at x is equals to square root of 3 and multiply the answer with a p, right? So minus 2, x is square root of 3, divides 3, square root of 3 square is just 3, minus 1 and the whole power is 4 by 3. So this is minus 2 square root of 3 divides 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 minus 1 is 8 and 8 power 4 by 3. 8 power is 4 divides 3. This is 16. Okay. So 2 negative 2 square root of 3 divide 16. Okay, let me keep the answer as it is. So this is equals to minus square root of 3 divides 8p, or you can convert it into decimal, that is 0.216 or 217. Yes, 0.217p. Now for part 3, find the equation of normal to the curve at a point where x is equals to square root of 3, right? So first we need to write down the equation of normal. So the equation of normal is y minus y naught equals to minus 1 divides m into x minus x naught. So the first thing we need for equation of normal is a point x naught, y naught, right? Okay, so at x is equals to square root of 3, what is y? Y is equals to 3 times 3, because square root of 3 square is just 3 minus 1 and its whole power is minus 1 by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 power is minus 1 by 3. Okay, so 8 exponent negative 1 divides 3 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So we have a point x naught, y naught. Let me write down the points. X naught and y naught is, x naught is square root of 3 and y naught is 1 by 2. Right, now we have to find the m value. M value is the gradient of the curve at x is equals to square root of 3. We already did the gradient in the first part and we put x equals to square root of 3 in the second part, that is equals to 0. Or you can keep this minus square root of 3 over 8, right? This is m value. Now let me substitute into the equation of normal. So y minus y naught is 1 by 2. Minus 1 divides the m value. M value is this. Minus square root of 3 divides 8 into x minus square root of 3. Right. Now let me simplify. So here y minus 1 by 2 negative, this is equals to and minus. Negative times negative is positive and the reciprocal of the denominator is 8 over square root of 3 into x minus square root of 3. So this is the equation of normal of the curve at a point x equals to square root of 3. Question number 4, it is given that matrix A is equals to this. Part 1, find A inverse, right? So A inverse is adjoint of the matrix A divides the determinant of the matrix A, right? So let me find the determinant. Determinant is 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. Subtract 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 5 minus 8 is negative of 13. So the determinant is negative of 13. So we have A inverse is minus 1 over 13 and the adjoint of 2 cross 2 matrix is, we have to change the positions of 5 and -1, so it -1 and 5, and changing the sign of 2 and 4, so this is -2 and -4. So this is A inverse, right? Now for the second part, hence find in radian the acute angles x and y such that. Okay, so if I compare this with the matrix A, we have 5 tan x plus 2 tan y, 4 tan x minus tan y. This is equals to 12 and 7. So this is basically AX equals to B. A is a matrix 5, 2, 4, -1. X is tan x and tan y. And this is equals to B. This is 12 and 7. Okay, hence find, it means we have to use the answer in the first part, right? So we have to find tan x and tan y. Tan x and tan y. How can we find this value? We can find this by doing x is equals to A inverse times B, right? So from here, x is equals to A inverse times B, and we have the answer for the inverse from the first part. Okay, so put the inverse here, -1/13, -1 -4, -2 5, and B 12 7. Let me simplify this side. Okay, so tan x tan y, this is equals to -1/13. Row is multiplying with column. 1 times 12 is -12. 2 times 7 is 14, -14. 4 times 12, -4 times 12 is -48. And 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, so further simplification, tan x tan y, this is equals to -1/13. Okay, so -12 -14, -26, 35 -48, -13. Okay, we can simplify it further. So 26 divides 13. So 26 divides 13 is 2. And negative sign is cancelled with negative. So this is 2 and this is 1. -13 divides -13 is 1. So tan x is equals to 2 and tan y equals to 1, right? So let me compare this. So we can say tan x is equals to 2 and tan y is equals to 1, right? Okay. Okay, so from here x is equals to tan inverse of 2 and y is equals to tan inverse of 1. Okay, so the domain is mentioned that hence find in radians the acute angles x and y. Acute angle is angle that is less than 90 degrees. So means the answer must lies in the first quadrant. Okay, and it must be in radians. So my calculator is already in radians. So tangent inverse of 2 is 1.11. X is equals to 1.11, right? And what is y? Y is equals to tangent inverse of 1. This is pi by 4, 45 degrees. So both are the acute angles. Question number 5, part 1, differentiate this function with respect to x. So we have to do the derivative. So here it is a product of two functions. So we have to use a product rule. So we can say dy over dx if this function is equals to y, right? So dy by dx is first function is as it is, and the derivative d by dx of the second function, that is natural log of x square plus 3, plus second function is as it is, natural log of x square plus 3, into the derivative of the first function, x square plus 3, right? So here we have x square plus 3 is as it is, the derivative of ln of x is 1 over x, d by dx of this function, so its derivative is 2x, plus natural log of x square plus 3, and the derivative is 2x, right? So let me simplify, rearrange the terms just. Okay, we can cancel the like terms, yeah. So we can cancel these two and we are just left with 2x plus 2x natural log of x square plus 3, or we can take 2x common, 1 plus natural log of x square plus 3. Right. Now for the second part, hence find the integration of this. So it means we have to use the answer from the first part. So we have given this function that x square plus 3 and natural log of x square plus 3, its derivative d by dx of this function is equals to 2x plus 2x natural log of x square plus 3. Right. So we have to find do the integration on both sides, right? So let me apply the sign of integration and the integration. So what it means? So the derivative and integration is cancelled. Here we have x square plus 3 natural log of x square plus 3. This is equals to 2 integration of x dx, plus 2 is outside, integration of x natural log of x square plus 3 dx. So we have to solve this basically, right? Okay, so we can say this is x square plus 3 natural log of x square plus 3. 2, the derivative of integration of x is x square by 2 plus 2 integration of x ln of x square plus 3 dx, right? And some constant of integration as well. We have to add some constant of integration, right? So let me shift this term on the other, or let me shift these terms on the other side. Yes, x square plus 3 natural log of x square plus 3 subtracting x square, this is equals to 2 natural log of integration of x ln of x square plus 3 dx. You can add integration constant over here, right? Now dividing throughout by 2, right? So dividing all the terms by 2. So here we can say the integration of x ln of x square plus 3 dx is equals to 1 by 2 x square plus 3. This term is dividing by 2 now. Ln of x square plus 3, right? And x minus x square divides by 2 plus c divides 2. Constant of integration divides 2. We will get another constant of integration c. So this is the integration of this function. Question number 6. The table shows values of the variables x and y such that y equals to a, b exponent x square, where a and b are constants. Number 1. Draw a straight line graph to show that y equals to a, b exponent x square. Okay, so what does it means? It means we have to take a log on both sides. So log y is equals to log of a, b exponent x square. So from here log of y is equals to log of a plus x square log of b. So it means we have to plot the graph x square against log y, right? So let me find the values of x square and log y. So 1 square we know is 1 and 1.5 square is 2.25. 2 square is 4. 2.5 square 6.25 and 3 square is 9, right? And now log of the y values. So log 6 is, let me keep it as 1 decimal place, right? So 0.8 we can say, if I round it, 0.8. Log 14.3, 1.2, log 48, log 48, 1.7, log of 228, 2.4, and log of 1536 is 3.2. Okay, now we have to plot x square against log of y. So this is my vertical axis is log y axis, log of y, and the horizontal axis is this is the horizontal axis, x square axis, right? So the values of x square are between 1 and you can see between 1 and 9. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we can say this is 2 4 6 8 10. Okay, and the values of y log y are between 0.8 and till 3. Okay, so we can say this is 1 2 3 4 5 and so on, right? Okay, so the first point 1 0.8. okay, so where is 1? 1 is over here and 0.8, 2 blocks below 1 is 0.8, the first point. 2.25, it is 1.2, 2.25, so this point is 3, so between 2 and 3 we have 2.2, 4 6 8 and 10, so this is 2.2 and this is 2.25, right? And the value is 1.2. 1.2 is 1, 1.1 and 1.2, this point. Okay, the next point is 4 and 1.7. 4, we have 1.5, 1.6 and 1.7. Corresponding to 6.25, it is 2.4. okay, 6.25, this is 7, 6.2 and 6.25, 2.4, 6.25. okay, this is 1, this is 2, 2.1, 2, 3 and 4. okay, the last is 9 and 3.2. so we have 9 between 8 and 10, this is 9, and 3.2 corresponding to 9, the value is 3.2, so 1 2 3, 3.1 and 3.2. okay, let me connect all the points, we will get a straight line. Yes, so this is a straight line graph, right? Now for the second part, use your graph to find the value of a and of b, right? So we have the equation, let me write down, log of y is equals to x square log b plus log a, right? Since it is a straight line, so we have straight line y equals to mx plus c, right? So y over here is log of y, x over here is x square, right? And m is the gradient. This is equivalent to log b, and the y-intercept is equivalent to log of a, right? Okay. So here we have to find the m, or we can say the gradient, or we can say log b. So we have to use a formula for gradient, that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We have to use a graph. We have to pick 2 points from the graph, or you can pick the 2 points from the table. We can take 1 0.8 and 4 1.7, right? So let me take the point 1 0.8, and the other point I would like to take is 4 and 1.7. yes, let me find the gradient. So y2 minus y1, 1.7, subtract 0.8, divides x2 minus x1 is 4 minus 1. Simplify. 1.7 subtract 0.8, this is equals to 0.9, and 4 subtract 1 is 3. 0.9 divides 3, this is 3 by 10 or 0.3. So 0.3 is your log of b. Now what we have to find the value for b, not for log of b. So how can you find the b value? So from here b is equals to 10 exponent 0.3. So 10 to the power 0.3, this is 1.9. 9, or if I round it, it is just 2. So the b value is equals to 2, right? And now the a value. So as you can see, the y-intercept of the straight line is c, and in this case it is log of a. So let me find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is the log of a value, and let me find the y-intercept from the graph. Y-intercept is a point when the curve cuts the y-axis, and this point is 0.5. 0.5, right? So log of a is 0.5, and what is a? A equals to 10 exponent 0.5. Let me simplify. 10 exponent 0.5. This is 3.16, or if around we have 3.2. 3.2 is the a value, and the b value is equals to 2. Now for part 3, estimate the value of x when y equals to 100. Now using my equation, we have log of y equals to x square log b is equals to, log b value is 2 plus log of a value is 3.2. Okay, let me arrange this, and y equals to 100. Okay, so log of 100 is equals to x square log 2 plus log 3.2, right? To solve for the value of x, we have to estimate the x value. We can say log of 100 subtract log of 3.2 and divides log of 2, and taking its square, we have x square over here, right? So to get rid of square, we can do square root 1 by 2. We will get the value for x, right? So let's estimate it. So first we have to do log 100 subtract log of 3.2 divides log of 2 and square root of answer. So the estimated answer is 2.228 or 2.23. So we can say the estimated value of x is equals to 2.23. Question number 7. A 5-digit code is to be chosen from the digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each digit may be used once only in any 5-digit number. So no repetition. It is a permutation question. Find the number of different 5-digit code that may be chosen if, number 1, there is no restriction. So 5-digit code 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many digits we have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 options for the first digit, and then we have 8 options, 7 options, 6 options, and then 5 options. There is no restriction, right? So 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. 15,120. We can make 15,120 5-digit codes. Now for the second part, the code is divisible by 5. Again, a 5-digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it is divisible by 5, the number is divisible by 5 if it ends at 5 or at 0. So there is 0 is not including in the digit, so it must ends at 5. So we have one option for the last digit. It ends at 5. Right, so we have used 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have 8 options are left for the first digit, and then 7, and then 6, and then 5. Okay, so 8, 7, 6, 5. 1680. 1680. Right. Now for the third part, the code is even and greater than 70,000. Okay, so if the code is even, it must ends at the even digit. So how many digits are even, right? So the even digit is 2, 4, 6, and 8. And if it is greater than 70,000, it means it must starts with 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now 8, we have overlapping. It is even, and it is we must start the digit with 8. So we have to do 2 cases here, right? So let's do case 1. So for case 1, if we start with 7 or 9, we can start with 7 or 9, right? Again, a 5-digit code: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So we can start with a digit 7 or a digit 9. So we have two options. It can be 7, it can be 9. So if I fix it 9, the first digit is 9, I use the 9, okay, and it must be even. So even digits are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 digits are even. We have 4 options for the last digit, right? So if I can take the last digit is 2. So now I used the 2, I used 9. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 numbers are left. 7, 6, 5. This is for the first case. Okay, 2 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. This is 1680. Right, now let me do the case 2 now. So for case 2, if it starts with 8, right? Again, a 5-digit code: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if it starts with 8, we have one option for the first digit, 8. And it must be even, so it ends at the even number. So we already used 8. Now 1, 2, 3. 3 are even numbers. So we have 3 options for the last digit. So we can use 2. Right, so we have used 2 and 8. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 options are left, right? 7 options, and then 6 and then 5. Okay, let me simplify. Okay, 3 times 5 times 6 times 7, 630. Now let me find the total. So plus 1680. So this is 2310. Code, this is 2310. So we can make 2310 5-digit code that are even and greater than 70,000, right? Now moving to part B, a team of 6 people is to be chosen from 8 men and 6 women. Okay, so let me find the total. How many are total members? 8 plus 6, 14. So from the out of 14, we have to make a team of 6. Find the number of different teams that may be chosen. Number 1, if there is no restriction. So the total we can say 14C6. There is no restriction. 14C6. So 3003. 3003. Right. Now for part 2, there are no women in the team. So no women in the team. So means purely men team we have to consider. So 8 men and we have to make a team of 6 people. So 8C6. Sorry, 8C6 is 28. You can make 28 teams. Okay, now for part 3, there are a husband and wife who must not be separated. So the total number members are 14. We have to consider husband and wife as 2 and the rest are 12, right? So there are 2 cases. The first case is we can consider husband and wife as a 1 unit, right? Times from now the rest is 12. C, we have to select a team of 6 people. We're considering husband and wife are as a 2 unit and we have 4. So what is 12C4? 12C4 is 495. And if we exclude the husband and wife, so the rest is 12C and the team are 6 members. 12C6 is 924. 924. And for total, we have to add them up. 495 plus 924. Sorry, 4924 plus 495. 1419. 1419. Because the husband and wife must not be separated. We can take them or we cannot take them. Question number 8, A part. Given that log AX is P, log AY is Q. Find in terms of P and Q. Number 1, log AXY square. Okay, so let me open this. This is log base A plus log base A X plus log base A Y square. So log base A is 1, log base AX is plus P, plus 2 is, we have to shift the 2 before the log, and log base AY is Q. So 1 plus P plus 2Q. Now for the second, let me simplify this. We have log base A X cube minus log base A AY. Again open 3 log A X minus log A and minus, this is plus basically because it is a product, so minus times plus is minus log of y. So this is equals to 3 log AX is P minus log AA is 1 and minus log AY is Q. 3P minus 1 and minus Q, right? Now for part 3, we have log A. Okay, using change of base formula over here, log A base A over log base A X plus log base A over log base A Y, right? So this is just 1 and this is P plus 1 over Q, right? Now for part B, use a substitution m equals to 3 exponent x or otherwise solve this equation, right? So 3 exponent x minus 3 exponent 3 into 3 exponent 2x plus 4 equals to 0, because when the bases are same we can add the exponent. Its exponent is 1 plus 2x, right? So let me substitute m equals to 3 exponent x. So this is m minus 3 times this is m square plus 4 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Let me arrange this. So minus 3m square plus m plus 4 equals to 0, right? Okay, so let me solve this by using factorization. Minus 3 times 4 is minus 12. And how can we make it as 1? Okay, so here minus 3 times 4 is minus 12. And when we do minus 3 plus 4, this is equals to 1. And we have just 1m. Let me break the midterm. Minus 3m square minus 3m plus 4m and plus 4 equals to 0. Taking negative 3m common, we have m plus 1 and positive 4 is common, m plus 1 equals to 0. Now the two factors are m plus 1 and minus 3m plus 4. This is equals to 0. So from here the m value is minus 1 and m is equals to 4 by 3. Now substitute it back, m is 3 exponent x. So we can say 3 exponent x is equals to minus 1 and 3 exponent x is equals to 4 by 3, right? Now we have to solve for x. So how can we solve for x? We have to do log on both sides. So by the property of log we have x. So we can shift x before the log, and log 3 is equals to log of minus 1, and log of minus 1 does not exist, so we will not get any solution from this factor, right? Now by the second factor we can say x log 3 is equals to log of 4 by 3. So from here, so x value is equals to log 4 by 3 divides log of 3. Right, so now let me get the x value. So we have log 4 divides 3 divided by log of 3. Sorry, log 4 divides 3 divide log 3. 0.2618. 0.262 is the only solution of this equation. Question number 9. The diagram shows a sector OPQ of a circle centered at O. The radius is 3r centimeter. This radius is OQ and OP is 3r centimeter. The point S and R lies on OP and OQ respectively, such that ORS is a sector of a circle centered at O and the radius is 2r centimeter. The angle POQ is theta radians. The parameter of the shaded region, we have PQRS is 100 centimeter. So we have given this information that the parameter of the shaded region is 100 centimeter. Right. Okay. Now for the first part, find theta in terms of R. So we have to find theta in terms of R. So using the information of the parameter of this shaded region, the parameter is 100. And what is a parameter? Parameter is basically equals to this arc length, right? PQ. So what is the arc length PQ? Finding the, so arc length formula is arc length is equals to radius times theta. For PQ, the radius is 3r times theta. For SR, the radius is 2r times theta, plus this is r and this side is r, so we can say 2r. Right, now we have to solve theta in terms of r. Yes. Okay, so 100 equals to 5 r theta plus 2r, right? So 100 minus 2r divides 5r, this is equals to theta. Now for the second part, hence show that the area A centimeter square of the shaded region PQRS is given by A equals to this. Okay, so this is a shaded region PQRS. So this is basically the area of the sector POQ, subtract the area of a sector SOR. Right, the area of the larger sector, subtract the area of the smaller one because this one is not shaded, right? Okay, and we know the formula for area of a sector. Okay, since angle is in radian, so area of a sector is half radius square theta. Right, so to find the shaded area, area of a sector, the larger sector, half, and the radius of the larger sector is O, P and Q. This is 3r. The radius is 3r square, and the theta value is equals to this, or we can just write this down. 100 minus 2r divides 5r. Subtract the area of the smaller sector. The smaller sector is half and its radius is 2r square, and the same value for theta, that is 100 minus 2r divides 5r. Okay, now let me simplify the area. This is equals to half, 3 square is 9r square into 100 minus 2 times r divide 5r minus 1 by 2, 4r square into 100 minus 2r divides 5r. Right, now let me cancel the like terms. So this r is cancelled, r and r is cancelled, this r and r, 2 times 2 is 4. Right, so what is left? So now the area is equals to 9r by 2, and in the bracket we have 100 minus 2r divides 5 minus this is just 2r and 200 minus 2r divides 5. Okay, now let me take 100 minus 2r divide 5 common. So a equals to 100 minus 2r divides 5 is common, and out inside we have 2 for 9r by 2 minus 2r. Okay, so 9 by 2 minus 2. 9 divides 2, subtract 2. This is 5 by 2. Okay, 5 by 2 r. So now the area is 100 minus 2r divides 5, and this is 5 by 2r. Okay, now we can cancel 5 with 5, right? Okay, now let me do the multiplication. 100 is multiplying with r by 2, so this is equals to 100 r divides 2 minus 2 r square divides 2, right? So for further simplification, we have 100 divides 2 is 50 r, and 2 is cancelled with 2 minus r square. So this is the area, 50r minus r square. We got the exactly same thing. Now for the third part, given that r can vary and that a has a maximum value, find this value of a. So for the maximum or the minimum value, we have to find the gradient, put the gradient equals to 0, and find the value of r and substitute that r value into a to get the value of a. Okay, so we have a equals to 50r minus r square. So what is a prime, the derivative of a? This is 50 minus 2r. Right, to find the maximum value, we have to put it equals to 0 and solve for r. So 2r equals to 50, and r equals to 50 divides 2 is 25. Yes, 25. So the r value is 25, or we can say this is a stationary point, right? Now the next step, we have to find the maximum value of a. So a at r equals to 25 is equals to 50 times 25 minus 25 square, right? 50 times 25 minus 25 square. This is 625. This is the maximum value of a. Now for part 4, given that a is increasing at a rate of 3 centimeters square per second. So a is increasing at a rate. So this value we have given dA over ds equals to 3, sorry. When r equals to 10, at r is equals to 10. Find the corresponding rate of change of r. So we have to find dr over ds. Right. Sorry, s is for the seconds, the time. Sorry, this is the time. I put this, sorry. Okay, so dr over dt. So r derivative with respect to t, right? So we have to use the chain rule over here. Dr over da times dA over dt, right, when r equals to 10. So we have dA over dt, this is equals to 3. What is dr over dA? So this value we have is dA over dr. The derivative of a with respect to r is 50 minus 2r. But when we have to find the reciprocal, the dr over da, we do the reciprocal of this term. So this is basically 1 over 50 minus 2r times 3. Right, now r equals to 10, just substitute r equals to 10. So we have 1 over 50 minus 2 times 10 times 3. Let me simplify. 50 minus 2 times 10 is 20, and 3 divides answer. This is 1 by 10, or 0.1. This is dr over dt. Right. Now for part 5, find the corresponding rate of change of theta when r equals to 10. So corresponding rate of change of theta means we have to find d theta over dt. Chain rule d theta over dr, because from the first part we know that theta is a function of r, right? Times dr over dt at t equals r equals to 10. So we have this value at r equals to 10, dr over dt is this value, right? Okay, so theta value with respect to r. So this is theta. We have to differentiate theta with respect to r first. So let me write down theta is 100 minus 2r divides 5r. Okay, we can say 100 divides 5r minus 2r divides 5r. Okay, so 100 divides 5 is 20. So this is 20 by r, or r power minus 1. R and r is cancelled, minus 2. Yes. Now differentiate theta with respect to r and put r equals to 10 at the end. Okay, so this is 20. We have to use a power rule, r power minus 2, and the derivative of constant is 0. So this is minus 20 over r square. Right. Now put r equals to 10. At r is equals to 10, we have minus 20 over 10 square. So what is this? 10 square is 100, right? Minus 20 divides 100. This is minus 1 by 5. Right. Okay. D theta by dr and dr over dt. So dr over dt. This is dr over dt. This whole answer is 0.1 at r is equals to 10. So we have dr over dt at r equals to 10 is equals to 0.1. Right. Now let me substitute both values into the chain rule to get the corresponding rate of change of theta. So we have d theta over dt is equals to minus 1 by 5 times 0.1. So times 0.1, this is equals to minus 0.02. This is a corresponding rate of change of theta. Question number 10, part A. The velocity time graph for a particle P is shown by the two straight lines in the diagram, this and this. Okay. Part 1, find the deceleration of the particle for t equals to 5 to 10. When the time is between 5 to 10 seconds, we have to find the deceleration. Okay, so deceleration is basically the gradient. So what is a gradient? The change in the y values. So this is 20 and minus 20. So the change is 40 over these values 5 to 10. The difference is 5. 40 divides 5 is 40 divides 5. This is 8. So the deceleration is 8 between 5 to 10. Now for the second part, write down the value of t when the speed of the particle is 0. Right. So the speed of the particle is 0, or we can say the velocity of the particle is 0, since it is a velocity time graph. So you can see the velocity is 0 when at this straight line. So at this point, the velocity of the particle is 0, and this point lies between 5 and 10. So this is basically the midpoint of 5 and 10. So we have to find the midpoint. 10 plus 5 divides 2. This is at 7.5. So this point is 7.5. So we can say at 7.5 the velocity the speed of the particle is 0. Speed is equals to 0 at 10 plus 5 divides 2. This is equals to 7.5. Right. Now for the third part, find the distance particle has traveled from time equals to 0 to 10. Okay, so for velocity time graph, the distance traveled is area under the curve. Right. So the particle travels from 0 to, this is a midpoint, 7.5. 0 to 7.5, and then from 7.5 to 10. So this portion we have to cover, and this portion we have to cover. Right. So this is a trapezium. Right, and this is a triangle. We have to find the area of a trapezium and area of a triangle, and we add them up to get the distance traveled. Right. Okay, so the distance traveled is, area of a trapezium is half the sum of the two parallel sides times height. So the two parallel sides are this, and we have a height. So the first parallel side is from 0 to 5, the top side is 5, and this is from 0 to 7.5, and this is height is 20. So the two parallel sides are 5 plus 7.5 and times 20. Plus area of a triangle is half base times height. Okay, the base is 7.5 to 10. So what is a base? 10 minus 7.5. This is 2.5. 2.5 is a base, and the height is from 0 to minus 20, or we can just say 20. So 2.5 and 20. Right. Let me simplify. 5 plus 7.5. Sorry, 5 plus 7.5. and times by 20, and dividing by 2. This is 125. Sorry, 125. And the other is 2.5 times 20 divides 2 is 25 plus 25. And 125 plus 25 is 150. Yes. So the distance travel is 150 meters. Now for part B, a particle Q has a displacement of x meter from a fixed point O t seconds after leaving O. The velocity v meter per second of Q at time t second is given by this. We have given the velocity. Part 1, find an expression for displacement in terms of time. So when we have given the velocity, the displacement is the integration of the velocity with respect to time. Right, and we have a condition that when time equals to 0, the displacement is equals to 0. This is a general condition, right? So we have to integrate velocity. So the displacement x is equals to integration of 6 e power 2t plus 1 dt. Right, so x is equals to 6 e power 2t divides 2 plus t plus the constant of integration. Now let me plug the condition that when time is 0, the displacement is 0. This is equals to 0 and this is basically 3. This is 3 e power 0 plus 0 plus c. Right, so yeah, this is 0 e power 0 is 1, so c equals to negative of 3. Right, so we can say the displacement is x is equals to 3 e power 2t plus t minus 3. Right, now for the second part, find the value of time when the acceleration of the particle is 24 meter per second square. First we have to find the acceleration. Acceleration is the derivative of velocity dv over dt. We have given the velocity d by dt of the velocity. This is 6 e power 2t plus 1. Right, so now the acceleration is 6 e power 2t, derivative is e power 2t times 2, and the derivative of constant term is just 0. So this is 12 e power 2t. Right, we have to find the value of time when the acceleration is 24 meter per second square. So this is acceleration, put it equals to 24. 12 e power 2t equals to 24. E power 2t equals to 24 divides 12 is equals to 2. And let me apply the natural log on both sides. Ln e power 2t equals to ln of 2, and applying the power property of log, shift 2t before the natural log. 2t natural log of e equals to natural log of 2. Natural log of e is 1, so 2t is equals to natural log of 2, and the value of time is equals to 1 by 2 natural log of 2. Or let me calculate this. Natural log of 2 divides 2. This is 0.36 or 5. 0.347. Yes, this seconds. We can say this is a value of the time when the acceleration of the particle is 24 meter per second square. So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.